Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we have a build and very short drive. It's more of a comprehensive review of this truck. This is the W900L from Moiza Mods, and we're going to take a look at all of the different components and accessories in and outside of the truck, and then we'll take it on a short drive so you can kind of see how it is in action, view from the inside, obviously some views from the outside as well, but I like to complete the review with at least a short drive, even if it is going to be pretty short. It's really just an extension of reviewing the overall truck. So I would like to point out at the top of the video here that this truck was actually provided for me. I did not pay for this truck. That being said, whatever I say in this review video are my own personal thoughts and opinions. So anything good, anything bad, anything in the middle, it's all my opinion. I'm not being swayed just because I was given this truck from Moiza Mods, but I did want to mention that up front to be perfectly honest. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, let's start with the cabs, and there are quite a few. I have it set here with the modular cab with the window. That's the window in the back. Some people may like that to be able to get another point of reference, but you can also do it without the window. Boom, and that window disappears. And you'll see that there are quite a few options here with and without a window. Here's the Eagle cab with the window, and the Eagle cab without the window. We also have the flat top, and why not? Let's do the flat top with a window. I think we're going to keep it on the flat top, to be honest with you. We do also have, oh, I almost forgot one. There is a day cab for this as well. For those of you that like to run day cabs, I'm actually one of them. And I believe the day cab just comes with the windowed version, unless I'm missing something. Yep, that's correct. So in terms of the chassis, we are given two chassis at least for this cab. So here is the large and here is the short. But if you come back in here and you click on the one that I had originally, I believe it was the modular cab with the window. Then we go to chassis and you'll see we have another couple options here. So we've got large and then two different extra large. Once we go to extra large, we obviously get a longer chassis. But if you look at it from this perspective, if I click on the extra large custom, it's also lowered. Boom. So this, when it says custom, what it means is lowered. Okay, moving on to, well, we got engines and transmissions to your liking. Let's go ahead and start on the interior. Nice look. Reminds me a whole lot of the styling of the T800. Obviously, it's not the same truck, but what I mean is the age of it and the attention to detail really gives you a nice environment for the age of this truck. Just an overall nice feel, and I particularly tend toward the older models myself as opposed to the brand new stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories on the inside. First of all, you get a few different steering wheels. So here's the classic steering wheel. Comes in standard and it comes in black. And then you've got a bunch of wood variants. I'll go ahead and go through those right now. These forever sharp ones. And you also have a black wooden wheel. And then you have carbon. So that's pretty cool. Vents, you can do duty or you can do chrome to your liking. We can also change the gauge covers. We can get standard, chrome, or chrome 2. For the dashwood, we've got a couple different ones. We've got 4 different metal ones. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have 5 wood ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And while we're here, I'll just kind of make a note. We'll pick dashwood 5 because you can also pick that out to match on the glove box. It's basically the same ones. So we'll stick with wood 5 over here. Now we also have this gauge down here. We can get it in chrome, chrome 2, or duty. Let's keep it chrome 2 just like the other gauges. Little console item. I threw a hat up there. You can change out the entire dashboard color. We can get it in black, gray, natural, or red. And while we're on that theme, we can change out a couple things. The entire interior color is like it's kind of a weird angle, but you can see everything that changes. Black, brown, natural, and red. Why don't we go ahead and leave it red since the dash is red, and why don't we make this little tufting also red? And that also affects the ceiling. Or you can get it in natural, brown, and black, just like the other options. Kind of like the black and red, to be honest with you. The seat can also be changed, so you can leave it black, black leather, or you can do black fabric. Then you could do natural fabric and natural leather. You can also change out the flooring. You've got a couple different carpets. Here's one. Here's two. You've got 3 woods. 1, 2, and 3. And then I guess what would be like marble, I guess. 1, 2, and 3. Just red, blue, and black. Another little dashboard item. I threw some glasses in there. We can also change out the shifter here. You get an Eaton Fuller. You get a cat paw. You get a piston. And you get a ball. And these all come in large and short variants. So that'll be the height of all of them. So our mirrors basically come, there's only one style, but you can get them with antennas or without. They also have a GPS, and you can go to all 4 corners, depending on what your liking is. It's always nice to be able to customize exactly where it is, because a lot of times it ends up getting in your way, getting in your vision. They have hanging items as well. CB, only one option there, and the other one is the sun visors, which we can take care of on the outside. So that's about it for the interior. Let's jump out and look to the accessories on the outside. Now, you guys might have remembered this from, I think it's about 3 videos ago when I was reviewing the T800 from Moiza Mods. Basic same idea with all of these bumpers, and the one thing that I wished, even though I like the variety here, I wish there were some options with either pre-built lights or nodes where we can add that. And I am going to kind of stick to the side so you can see the profile a little bit. So here is the Duty Large and the Duty. I'm not sure exactly on the labeling between the two, but you can see what he's talking about. And then they have different elites, 4 different elite bumpers. Here's Elite 1. This is really where the profile is going to come in. Here's Elite 2, as it wraps around more. Elite 3, and Elite 4. Again, I wish we had a little bit of option for nodes, whether we could add them or they were pre-selected, at least one bumper that came with the lights. It'd be a nice touch. You do have a few options for the grille. I'll just go ahead and scroll through these. They're a combination of number of rods and horizontal and vertical, oval versus square, and things like that. So I'm just going to kind of cruise through them right now so you can see them. I think we're going to go ahead and leave the diamonds. 2 options for the lights, and it's basically, do you want a visor or no visor? Then we've got our fender blinker here. You can get the standard chrome, or you can go the standard paint, or you have 2 exclusives, exclusive 1 and exclusive 2. As far as the air filters, 4 options. You get it in old chrome or new chrome, old paint, or new paint. And then they also have the filter cover where you can choose to just add lights, or you can add the lights and get the full cover on it. Show you what that looks like. Again, with just the lights and with the full cover. Up to you. You can change them on both sides. Moving along to these mud flaps here. Black, blue, and white. No designs on them, but 3 different variations for those. The door steps, a few options here. I'll just kind of go through them here. Exclusive paint, standard bottom chrome, standard bottom paint, standard chrome, and standard paint. And then we also have the cab panels. And this is just like the T800 that I reviewed. There was no difference that I saw between the short and the short with lights. So here is the long with light slots, so you actually get them on the side. Once you go to the short with lights, the lights don't appear and you don't have any nodes, exactly the same as the short version, which is here. So that needs to be fixed up a little bit. As far as the tank goes, just the one size, aluminum, paint, chrome, bottom paint, and that puts paint as your main with chrome on the ends, and then bottom chrome reverses that, where you get paint on the side here and the rest of it is chrome. So sun visor, let's take a look at them. Duty chrome, and then you have 4 different elites. There's Chrome 1, Chrome 2, Chrome 3, and Chrome 4. Standard lights, just like everything else, where you go ahead and put those lights into whatever placeholders you want. Do you want a roof deflector or not? Completely up to you. And then we're on to the shielding for the exhaust, and you can either do it without the shielding, you could do it with rectangles, or you can do it with circles. Completely up to you. And speaking of exhaust, that is the next option, and there are quite a few options going from 6-inch all the way to 8-inch. Curved in the 6-inch, I'll just probably show you the shapes, and then you can imagine that you get them in 7 and 8 as well. But you get the curved, you get the flat, you get the mitered, you get the chino, and then you also get one more, because some of these are out of order. That's right, you also get the bull. And then in each of those, you might see on the side that there is a version for large. And what happens is this section right here, when it's large, drops all the way down to here, and the fuel tank moves back. So here's the 6-inch bull. Where is it? Yeah, 6-inch bull. And if I choose the large, watch what happens. Now, fuel tank moves back, and this drops all the way down. And it's the same for all of them that say large. The difference being that you have the different shapes that I just went through, and then you could also do those in 7 inches and 8 inches. Quite a few options on the exhaust. Probably the most extensive part of this to be customized, and people are particular about those things, so makes sense. We could go ahead and put on some deflectors if we wanted to. That is always an option. Trailer cables, stock, exclusive, or elite. I do like those options, but the one thing that's kind of it kind of takes the paint along this entire rail, and I wish we had an option that could isolate that so that I could still stick with this, for example, or I could do some diamond plating across it, or I could at least change the color or keep it standard black as is when I switch over to these exclusive or elite cables. It's being kind of nitpicky at this point, but I do like that recessed version a whole lot. And then we come to the rear fenders. Quite a few options here. I'll just scroll through them. These are a lot of the paints in the different shapes and sizes. And then, of course, we have all the chromes as well. Those Hogue belts. I kind of like those quarter fenders myself. 2 more chromes. So basically the same shapes as before, but now you get them in chrome. There's also the choice for fifth wheel. You could keep it standard. You could choose paint, or you could choose chrome. Pretty cool option. I like it when people add the option for the fifth wheel, even though it's probably one of those things that you don't end up seeing a whole lot unless you're bobtailing. Back bumper, quite a few options here. Standard, standard chrome, standard paint, and then the overall shape changes up when we move to the exclusive, and you can get that. There's actually 2 exclusive paints. Here's one, there's that one, and then it follows in series with the chrome version 2, version 1. And of course we can add some mud flaps, and these are the short ones due to the shape of the bumper. Obviously, if you have a different bumper, then you'll get the full mud flap. and you also get a few more designs here. There's black, there's blue, there's eagle, king, Yosemite Sam, and white. I think that just about wraps up what's going on here on the outside. Quite a few nodes. Quite a few nodes that you can customize. Obviously, we haven't gone through the paints. That'll probably be our last thing here. And there are 16 different skins that come with it. I'll just scroll through them. Notice how you can change all 4 colors. That's pretty nice. So really cool that you can change all the colors and customize it exactly how you'd want. Okay, and that is all the accessories inside and outside for Moiza Mods Kenworth W900L. Quite a few choices, and again, I love the fill on the inside of them. It's not one of those just standard W900s that you see that they just recycle the default SCS interior and then everything that they change is on the outside. Because I don't know about you, but I drive on the inside. I'm not one of those. And you know, if you just like to kind of float around on the outside, if you're good enough to not crash into things. But I look at the truck a little bit when I'm driving, but I look at it a lot when it's just like here in the shop when I'm designing it. And my thing is really driving from the inside and getting that overall feel. Speaking of which, let's go take it for a short little spin so we can see different things like steering wheel placement, mirror placement, views, things like that. So I'm going to get her all set up with a job, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and we have picked up the load. I didn't really put on any custom trailer or anything. It's just default SCS flatbed, and we are taking 41,895 pounds of house prefabs from Ontario over to Boise. So it should be a pretty short drive. It's hour 3 game time, as you can see. I'll leave that display up top so you can see what gears I'm rolling with. And let's go ahead and get going.
Let's get going. The leaders of many foreign nations await your arrival.
All right, got her started up. I believe I got the lights on. Double check the headlights. Yeah, I think those switches actually work inside. Yeah, they do. There's the parking lights, and there's your headlights as well. We've got Serial Black's C15 in here. And we're just rocking a nice 18 speed today. And I got the second shifter over here set up for my splits, as I normally do in this type of setup. Looks like our parking brake has already been taken out, so we'll just get the 4-ways on and we'll get on the road. Looks nice with that deflector. Pretty sharp looking truck if you ask me. That was close. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Oh, should we get some wipers on? I went ahead and changed my percentage of rain down to 0. Seems like every time I do these videos I get rain. And we're headed out to the right. Go ahead and get these windows up.
Turn right.
Get those 4-ways off. We gotta get over to the right. Mirror visibility is real good. Obviously, I wouldn't expect it to be bad at all because Kenworth has that nice little cutout in the window where a Peterbilt would normally be blocking them. Did it just stop raining? Like it heard me and said, all right, fine, we're done with the rain.
Keep right, and then turn right.
You know, sometimes, especially when I'm doing the videos, I can drive hundreds of miles without even realizing that the rain has stopped. I've done that before. A little embarrassing, especially when I go into the edit and I go, well, I clearly wasn't paying attention to that. Where's fifth? Oh. Range selector. Don't think we need to split yet. Got a 500 horsepower in here, or it's either 5 or 510, can't remember. But yeah, visibility is pretty cool. I'm able to get the steering wheel tilt and distance in the perfect spot for me, based on the height that I'm at, so no problems there. And again, yeah, mirror visibility is just pretty darn good in this. No complaints whatsoever. So, just a little side note, wanted to make sure that you guys knew, in case you guys weren't following them on Facebook, Moiza Mods is where you're going to get both the T800 and this W900L. And you're just going to go ahead, you can check out all the posts. He's posting all the updates that he's doing to it. Kind of keeps you in the loop about everything, which is cool. But yeah, you go ahead and direct message him on Facebook. That's where you're going to be able to see, that's where you're going to be able to buy the truck and everything. And like I said, I've worked with him plenty of times, so I can vouch for him. He's a good guy, and usually always get everything settled just in the first day. So he's pretty quick to respond and everything.
And then exit right.
And definitely recommend working with him. Let's hear that Jake on that C15.
Exit right.
You know, I never was a really big fan of the C15. I bought the C15, I believe, from Z Mods back in the day, and then I just kind of got distracted by some other
Turn left.
There we go. Find the right gear there. Kind of got distracted by some other engines. The C15 was one of the first ones that I picked up from Z Mods, and I just kind of started gravitating to other engines, and I just wasn't a huge fan of Z Mods C15. It's a personal preference, not to say anything bad about Z, because I like plenty of his engines. And this is the first C15. This one from Serial Black is the first one I've actually driven in a very long time. Like, not even just like on recordings, just at all.
Continue straight.
By the way, he kind of custom threw on that little license plate with my name. So that's pretty cool. He did that on the T800 when I got it too. And another thing I wanted to point out, when you guys are checking out the Moiza Mods Facebook page, you'll see that he's actually in the process of making updates. And this is one of the trucks that he's currently going through doing updates to. The other one is the T800. And he, I believe, has started on a project for the W900A as well. So, upcoming stuff. He's a current modder, keeping stuff up to date. So, definitely check out his stuff so you can get an idea of whether this truck would be a good fit for you. But I can vouch for the guy in terms of customer service, delivery time, and also that he's like constantly updating his stuff. It's not like this truck came out 3 years ago and the guy's abandoning it or something. So you can, that's probably something good to know as well. like the little... You know what? I could probably get rid of this. Because if you look just to the right of the steering wheel...
Keep our enemies guessing.
Oh, I missed the turn. I was so focused on this thing. Yeah, I'll turn around. I guess we'll pull in here.
Make a U-turn.
Yeah.
Just keep our enemies guessing.
Thanks, Morgan. But yeah, you to the right of the steering wheel, you can actually see the gear being shown. I can't even just back up out of here because I'll hit that sign. So let's make it a little bit. It's a short drive, so I'll make it a little bit realistic. What it would be like if I was driving in real life, and let's everyone thank God that I'm not, and I'm just a YouTube driver because I'd be missing turns left and right. So maybe we'll back up down that path. Go ahead and get the windows on, or windows down. Honk the horn, let them know we're coming back. And look at that, we've got a window back there. Nice option. I'm definitely a fan of that. But I got nice, good visibility out these mirrors, so makes it so even though it is a blind back, it's still not that bad. That'll be enough to clear. Give us another chance to look at her on the outside. What do you guys think? Deflector or no deflector? I could go either way. It's a nice touch, though. Not everyone has a deflector. It's pretty unique. All right, so where were we before I missed that turn? Yeah, just pointing out that you can see what gear you're in. I'm going to 3 high. Don't really need it, but... change it back to 3 low.
In 400 meters, turn left.
I think I'm going to leave the windows down for the rest of the drive. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not hating this engine sound at all. And, yeah, we already drove half of it with the windows up, so we'll change it up. Yeah, I gotta go back and look at Z-Mods C15 because, you know, sometimes your preferences change. Maybe I do like the C15, I just haven't driven it in a while. Or maybe I just like cereal blacks. You know, everyone kind of has their own personal preference.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
Alright, I gotta get out of this. I'm gonna crash.
In 400
Too many trees.
turn right.
We're pulling in to drop off these house prefabs at Lennar. looks like we got a nice easy parking spot too. Cooper Construction. Windows down, 4 ways
You've
on.
arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Oh, we already had the windows down. I don't think I've ever tried to park like this before. See if we can get it to go green. There she is. Pretty straight forward parking spot for that. Alright, let's get the windows up. Parking lights on only. Parking brake is set. And shutter down. Keep the 4 ways on since we're out here in traffic. And that does the drive. Welcome to Boise and dropping off these house prefabs. Hope you guys enjoyed the review of the truck. Let me know if you guys have any other comments or questions. Just drop them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But now you've seen everything, the inside, the outside, how it is in the shop, how it is on the road and everything. Thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you can see all my videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.